in our favorite spot. We are going to do a full investigation on what happened back in October when we were with Sasquatch Encounter Brigade and we had the growls surrounding our camping area. So we're going to go back and even though it's months later, we still want to check the area out and investigate what we saw, what we possibly heard and stuff like that. So very interesting day. There's Jimmy Barr.
Happy birthday, Rich.
It is my birthday. It is my birthday.
What's up, everybody?
There's Jimmy. So we got me and Jimmy, and Dan is here. Dan is preoccupied at this moment. We are walking in now into the interesting area. We like this little walk to get in. So what we're doing is working our way back to a campground where if you go back and look at the previous videos, especially from back in October, this is where we spent 3 days camping with Sasquatch Encounter Brigade, Johnny Two Bears and Lloyd. Always give them a shout out, great guys. So we wanted to come out here and investigate some of the things that we dealt with that weekend. So we will definitely be keeping you informed and hopefully have a great day. Hopefully have an interesting day. So I will be back with you. Is that creepy old house that we have filmed in the past? We've gone inside of it, not a whole lot inside, but it is definitely, as time goes by, it gets worse and worse and worse, more decrepit.
So we still gotta explain that board going to the chimney.
Well, look right here, that whole side now is wide open, and that wasn't wide open.
I remember when I was telling you this used to be plywooded up. And this is the type of door that back in the day, on this side, it had each little glass things that went by. And when I came back that one time, this thing was just blown out. The plywood was laying down. There's glass everywhere.
As I say, it's just weird where you got that board that goes from the ceiling all the way through there. Who climbed up there to do something stupid like that?
Enough to see if the ceiling's going to handle the roof.
But this is the inside. I try not to go inside too much because when we do go in, we find bats.
Trees, man,
I don't want to deal with any bats, but pretty nasty. So it was probably an old ranger station or housing in the past. So, but you can see up there, there's the campground up there, maybe another 100 yards.
Looks like where Camp Crystal Lake was inspired.
Yeah.
Riker said, it looks like Jason Voorhees is going to come out.
Hey guys, we ran into Dr. Bill Hewitt, cryptozoologist, and Bigfoot Dave. Coincidental. It's just always a happy surprise to run into these guys. So we all had the same thing in mind to come out here and look for Sasquatch. That's what we're doing.
Did you bring your trailer?
No, I didn't. Just quick trip. I brought this.
Gotcha.
But I finally put the old Trailblazer back on the road too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needed a new engine, so I got that on it. Like it already had everything this had.
Yeah.
Lift kit and tires and bar lights and everything else. So I thought.
Did you ever fix that lighting issue you had?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got I got some bad.
It wouldn't shut off.
Pardon?
Because it wouldn't shut off.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was the switch, but I also had the lights go out, 2 of them.
Oh, did they?
And I traced it back to some brand new wire.
Bill, you mind if I take a picture of your logo on the side of your truck?
Oh no, go ahead. And it turned out I got a roll of wire off Amazon that even though it was sealed, it corroded 6 inches up inside.
Oh wow.
I had to keep cutting it back. So
Yeah.
You know, maybe
This guy,
when we don't get out of it.
He's got lights all over this truck. When he comes in at night, he lights up the moon. You know, look at this. Everywhere, lights. This guy is set up for everything Sasquatch. I tell you what. Dr. Bill Hewitt. You can see his bugger right there. It's always good to run into him. All right. This is the camping area. This is where we were at in October. We've been out here a few times, but the last time was October. And kind of give you guys a perspective before we do this investigation of where everybody was at the time. So move over here now. That was really cool running into Dr. Bill Hewitt, you know, but this is a very, very popular place for looking for skunk apes. So now what I do is I'm usually tented right here, okay? And I was right here, and Bobby was right here, and I was right here camped underneath the tree. And we had growls coming from the wood line in there. Jimmy was way at the other end of this camping area, and he had growls from his location. So that's probably a good, I want to say 125 yards at least. He's pretty far back there. And then over here by this pavilion was Lloyd and Johnny Two Bears. We were over here. So Jimmy had growls coming from his tent when he was over there. The three of us were standing over here, and we got 3 different growls. That area, and that area. And then, of course, like I said, Bobby had it coming from the tree line over here. So we were pretty much surrounded. There was, you know, these noises coming from all these different locations and stuff like that. So I did hike back into that area by myself at one point because there has been a Class A sighting by 2 other researchers in that area. And I did have some movement back there. Couldn't determine what it was, but there was some definite movement. So it was the same day too. So I don't know if we were being watched or what. We don't know. So but I'm going to get set up with everything, and then we're going to do an investigation and see what had happened, what we were looking at, and stuff like that. On that incident, we were sitting at these tables right here when it happened, and it was coming from that wood line right there. So in the video, you see us walking around. That's the area we were walking around in, looking into the woods with our headlamps and stuff, trying to figure out what it was. So, but we're gonna get set up and look around and see what we find. So this is, you can see where the podium is. I got up, walked over here. This area, we got growls. This area, and then over here. This was the 3 major that you see in the video that we're checking out and looking at and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is pull the video up, go back, try to find some landmarks of, I know pretty much where I was standing. I just need to know what direction I was facing. And then we're going to walk in there and see if we can't determine what was back there, how tall, because we do have some eye shine. We want to investigate to see what the eye shine might have possibly been and stuff like that. So we're back in that location. We're gonna check it all out and see what we find. And but this is about as far as I got in the video. Johnny moved off into this area. Lloyd actually went into the woods on that side and was walking around back there. I think he actually walked in here a little bit too. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at it, but this is it. So we're gonna be here for a little bit and investigate, and once we get the tripod and everything set up, we'll go from there. You just tell me
right on
where to stop. level with the tree now. So you think it's further back?
Yeah, because your light would have picked up something right there, you know.
Okay, so you just tell me. I'll keep going further back.
I'd go behind that little canopy of that branch that's hanging down.
Okay.
Go over to your left a little bit. Right there. You are a midget, man. You look like you're 3 feet shorter than.
So I'm gonna raise my hand.
Yeah, you're still not high as this eye shine.
Okay. How sure are we that it's not something on that branch in front of me?
Because the eye shine looks farther away.
Okay. Okay.
Go behind that palm tree.
Huh?
Go behind that palm tree behind you.
Go behind it?
Yeah. And look behind it on the ground too.
I'm looking for prints too while I'm going here.
So I'll bring my phone. It's gonna be really tough to see. So this is this, as you can see. As you can see, there's my finger. This tree and this tree is this tree and that tree. And you can see these palm fronds right here, right?
I'm beside the tree now.
Yeah, it's still, the eye sign's still a good 3 feet above you, man.
Wow.
So if you can see the, oh, you for the love of Pete. Go ahead. Huh?
We know whatever it was facing like this direction.
Yeah.
Because it's got more right than left.
Yep.
I'm gonna duck down. Okay? See me?
Yeah.
See me moving?
What?
I'm moving.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay. There's a.
Just 1 second, Rich. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in on the eye shine. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to see this on the camera. There's one eye shine, and the other one's right next to it. It's smaller to let you know, but that eye shine.
Can you hear me moving?
Yeah.
Can you hear me stepping?
Yeah. That eye shine
Cracking?
is above these palm fronds, and it appears to be back here, and it appears to be behind that canopy, and that eye shine is way too far apart, man. Way too far apart from that distance. Y'all can see where Richard's at, right? He's over there. That eye shine's way too far apart to be an owl. So we are in the exact spot. Here's the comparison of what you're looking at. There's Richard. That eye shine was about where the top of my phone is now.
It's not right here.
And there's Richard. Huh?
We're pretty confident it wasn't this close.
Yeah, no. And I think Richard will put a screenshot of the. He'll try to put a screenshot of the eye shine. I'm gonna try to get it in there again. But you see the one eye and the other one. Come on, pick it up.
I can put it in the video.
Yeah.
I can. You hear that?
What was it?
2 knocks.
I heard one, but
Pop. It was 2. 2 knocks from that direction.
So, let me show you what I look like over there, and I'll show.
Okay.
Here,
Well, take that so you can film around the area and see. I didn't have something to document what I'm seeing. You're gonna see areas where shit's pushed down. So you might want to catch that on yours because mine's all the way up here. So what's the estimate height of the eye shine?
If I had to guess, dude, it's 8.5, 9 feet.
8.5, 9 feet?
Yes. So you under this tree, you're standing. You're right about here. Right about there. That eye shine's up here.
Okay.
You'll see me when I go back there.
Okay.
You'll see where.
Hopefully we caught those pops, those wood knocks.
I have my
because I'm
recorder
recording.
on.
I'm recording too, though.
Yeah.
But over here, guys, probably, I don't know, I want to say 30, 40 yards that way, I just heard 2 loud pops. Very interesting. It could be anything. I'm just saying I heard it. So. Hey, Dan, wherever you go, just be careful.
What's that?
I said, wherever you go, just be careful.
Okay.
Keep your eyes peeled ahead of you, but also down to the ground because you don't want to walk up on an alligator or something.
Oh, yeah, I'm going over here for a little bit.
All right.
You going that way?
If you go straight back there, you're going to get stopped by water anyways.
Okay.
But that's where I was when I heard movement to my left.
Okay.
The last time I was out here. So,
I'll be right back.
all right. I'm looking.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
I'm only 5'8".
So Jimmy's 5'8", and that's where he's standing at.
5'8 and a half. Right about there. Can you see the top of my stick?
I can see it with my naked eyes. I don't. Let me zoom in. All right, wave it again.
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's.
Right about there is about the height of that eye shine.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably right around 9 feet, 8.5, 9 feet. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it moving. And you're sure there wasn't nothing in that branch? Because you're probably what, 5 or 6 feet past the branch?
I think it was past it.
Yeah. So far, as you can see, this is that night. The only light we had was
I wouldn't be surprised if it was here.
yeah. I mean, depth is the hardest part. Height is the easy part. We can determine that by our height. But how far back it is, that's the hard part. Now, it was definitely past the headlamp's ability to see. So, but it was enough to get the eye shine, but not see what was there. But you see all that stuff laid down? So there's been movement back there. Something's pushed that grass down. Jim. Jim, I got movement over here. I got movement to my left. I'm turning the camera. Something is moving in there.
Where's Dan?
Something's moving in here, Jim. There was something walking. There was something walking, Jim. Let me move this a little bit so we can get some shade. The sunlight's really bad. There was definitely something moving in that area right there. There's something moving, Jim. There was something while I was watching you, I could hear something walking inside that tree line right there, inside by the palmettos. Whatever it was, it rubbed against the palmettos.
You still filming?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the back side.
There,
go around this side.
It can't be more than 30, 40 feet in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around this side, come in behind it and see.
I was trying to be as quiet as I could to call you, but I couldn't. Jim doesn't have very good hearing. He was in a rock band for a long time, so sometimes I have to yell.
Isn't this the big tree that we climbed on that fell down?
It's either that one or it's just past that. Yeah, that's it though. I hope I caught that sound on my phone, but I'm not sure. There's definitely something walking back there. Could be anything. Could be a hog. Could be a deer. But we're making a lot of noise. We're talking and stuff like that. And it didn't spook it. It didn't like dart off. It was walking slowly, whatever it was. Not sure. All right, I'm gonna pause this real quick and change to another device. All right, I'm not gonna change devices. I'm just gonna have to hold it. Whatever it was back in that area right there. And I got Dan. Dan went off in that direction, way over there. You're further back than what I heard. I mean, literally, it was, huh? Yeah, this was a lot closer. Wow. Look at that spider. Look at that spider. And he's eating something. All right. Whatever I heard was somewhere in this area right here. I know it's hard to see, guys. That sun is... Huh? No, it was way closer. Yeah. I told you it was only about 30 feet in. I'm at the down tree. I just moved in. I'm at the down tree that we checked out that one time that you climbed. And it sounded like it came from over here by this down tree. Yeah, this was bigger than that. This was low to the ground. I didn't have to look up to hear it. I actually looked straight ahead. Somewhere from where I'm at and where you're at now is the area I heard it. I'm hoping I caught it. I'm hoping, because I was recording at the time, I hope I caught it, but yeah, it wasn't squirrels. It was a lot larger than a squirrel. I mean, I'm talking size-wise, as in, if it wasn't human size, it was hog size or deer size. It was significant size to it. And it sounded like it was moving from left to right. And I could hear it rub against palmettos, you know, that has that very distinct sound. So but that's definitely the tree you climbed.
Yeah, this is the tree I climbed, yeah. We tried, we all climbed.
I don't know. All right, well, don't know what it was, but we walked back there to look around and don't see anything. But oh dude, did I walk into that spider web? Where was it? Where was it? I don't want to walk into that big ass spider. I might have already done it. Oh no, there he is. There he is. All right. It does, absolutely. All right. But as you can see, Jimmy's only probably about 30 feet in there and you can't see him. I can see the bushes moving where he's at, but I can't see him. There he is. I don't know if y'all can see him yet, but that's how thick it is out here. There he is. All right, well, back to the investigation. We're back in that spot.
I'd like to see the size of these pigs out there. I've never seen them. I'm seeing lizards. This is the first time that I'm seeing lizards since I've been out here. But again, you don't even see the hog prints.
No prints for hogs. There's some rooting, but I looked in this area. That's why I didn't step in there yet, because I was looking for footprints or anything that might. But even right there, if you crouched down, I would never see you. Look at.
Never see me behind this grass.
But you've got all this grass, you've got these trees, all this stuff, and my tripod is right there. So if you wanted to chill right here and just watch what's going on, you could do that. I mean, this is a pretty cleared out area. See what I'm saying?
Easy.
And this is an easy shot looking at us at the pavilion.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is an easy look around tree.
You know, you can squat down right here. Nothing's going to see you. You're definitely out of the range for headlamps.
Yeah, I'm hoping to look. You know, I'm just kind of looking to see.
Yeah, hair or anything. Yeah. You know. But even walking through here, we'd have to break this stuff off. So. All right, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But we needed to do this. We needed to come back. Peace of mind. See, this is some nice areas to just relax and just chill. You know these things have got to be eat up with these burrs. They don't have smooth skin or smooth hair.
That's how I found the white hairs around the 168 campsite. Is when there was something that didn't look right, and a bunch of foam parameters were brought in. I just find it weird. I don't know that story, but then while I'm back there digging these things off, I'm like, I just got all those kneeling down. There's no way that these things aren't getting.
They got to have, their hair's got to be really matted up, really matted up. Because you can't walk 5 feet without, I'm covered in these burrs. I mean, covered. I mean, you can look at my bag.
Yeah.
Look at that, burrs everywhere. And that's just walking back here for 2 minutes. So if you get millions of these every single day, your hair has got to be matted up. You're not getting them out.
I'll take 1 million of these over one tick.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't mind burrs. I don't mind them. They come off easy, so. It's just hard to see when you're wearing a camouflage shirt, so.
Yeah.
All right, well. Excuse me.
So the ice shine is way too far apart, that far back to be an owl.
Yeah, I don't think it was an owl. I think we can.
Owl would have to be the size of a bear for its head and eyes to be that far apart.
Yeah.
They look like they're that far apart.
Right.
And that's way out. Zoomed up, you know, close, they're going to be even farther apart.
Right.
And again, they 8 feet, probably. After I stood back there and held the thing up, because you're a little bit taller than I am.
Right.
And it looked to be at least that tall, much more over your head.
Right.
Maybe even more, depending on how far back it was. If it was
Or
that palm tree,
we don't even know if it was. We don't know if it was leaning or we don't know.
But
See
if
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
behind that palm tree that's even farther back,
Right.
it's even taller.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, this is. I'm glad we came back to investigate because it gives me at least a clear picture of the terrain and what we were looking at. You don't think this is a print, do you? I don't know. Maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't want to dig leaves out of it. It just kind of comes across as toes right here and then coming down to a heel, but I'm not really sure. And I don't like digging in it. And you can tell it's rained since this has been there. It's all matted with raindrops. So, and it did rain on the way in this morning too. So, you think you got something?
Maybe.
I want you to look at this one too, because I think maybe I had something. And I said the same thing. I didn't want to sit and pick all the leaves out.
I'm going to, because they're not squished in.
See, it kind of looks like heel.
Yep.
And then toes.
You see the ridge right here on the. Put your
sun is killing this thing.
Put your fingers in here. This is definitely pushed down all the way around, and it is in the shape of a foot.
It does look like a foot.
Here's
it does.
my foot in it.
See, now over here, look at this one. Tell me what you think.
Farthest back.
So, I was looking at this one where, see, it looked like there might have been toes and it was coming right here, but I didn't want to pick things out of it. But I saw this right here.
Two prints in one, because there's this right here.
Right.
And then there's this right there.
Correct. Yeah, it does look like they cross each other. Like something, if it did, walk that way and then something walked that way and stepped in its other print. I mean, it's interesting.
But that, in comparison to my foot, is the same dimensions
Well, it looks like the same size.
as the other.
Yeah.
Which side? Which is my tape measure here, or is it on the other side?
Yeah, it's right here. Yes, measure both of them.
15 inches.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And this would be the heel, about right this area right here.
It looks like it. 6 or 6.5 to 7.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one.
If it's similar, then
It is.
yeah, this is it
See,
right
this
here.
one even has like the ridge here. Yeah, we're looking at 15 inches.
15 inches.
6 across the what looks like a heel.
Yeah. I don't know how well it'll show up on the video because the sun is just not in the right place right now.
Do you want me to cause a shadow?
Well, the print itself is causing a shadow too. So, oh, now the sun goes down.
So I'll outline it. It goes like this. Here's the toe areas, and it looks like there's actually toe impressions that have been washed out, and then it goes back over to here. So
Well, it definitely looks like it rained on it. It's not
yeah.
within the last
Yep.
couple hours. It's probably the last 24, 48.
Most. I mean, at the least. But then over here, it's the same dimensions. So I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah, so here's this one right here. That was the one we looked at.
Let's stay for a second. Not in a bad way.
It definitely looks like two prints crossed, but this is the one that got me right there, is because it looked like there was toes,
Same dimensions.
you know. But like I said, it's very difficult after weather hits and stuff, so. All right, well. Give me 1 second, Jim. I'm going to come over here where your tent was to get a perspective.
There was a gator under here, small one.
So, to kind of give you guys perspective on that day, this is where Jimmy was camped, right here in this flat spot area. And as you can see, we were camped way over there at that tree line, and those pavilions are way back there in that area. But Jimmy was pretty much camped in this spot right here.
Right here. Tent was right here.
And
Right here.
So you were by yourself when they were
Yeah.
over there.
My tent was right here, but I had my
no, we were way over there and way over there.
And he was right here.
He was right
Yeah,
here.
you were like, yep.
And he was getting those growls. Those growls were coming from that tree line.
Right here, but I had my truck facing this
That's
way.
where it was coming from.
And I strategically had my truck facing this way.
Just kind of give you guys perspective.
So if something went down, and I thought something was approaching me,
And you can see how far Jimmy was from everybody else by himself.
you know what I mean?
And at the exact same moment we were getting growls,
Right here, so if something
he was
fell
getting the
out,
same
it wouldn't
thing.
hit my tent. If something hit my tent, something threw it.
So,
So I made myself bait, but I eliminated false flag type thing.
all right.
Also set up to where
Just want to give you guys a perspective.
I could light that truck. In one of the videos, in the sound, you can hear a stick or two cracking. And you know, it was, you know, this has water running through it. There's more water in it now than there was then.
So you can see it's a little ditch down there. And he thinks it was coming from the opposite side of the ditch. It's always good. I like this, coming back during daytime and investigating it.
Or humans that are out here camping. Even a lot of researchers wouldn't cross that. They just wouldn't, and it's just water that's going to go up in the sand. But so many researchers get discouraged by this kind of stuff. Me, I just get my feet wet. Once they're wet, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You get them wet, you're already wet, you can go anywhere you want then.
Well, if you have boots on, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I've got hiking boots,
Yeah.
but it's just wet feet. You
Yeah.
know, I could take them off and get in my vehicle and be fine.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, this barrier will stop people.
The only thing I worry about is cottontails.
Yeah.
Gator flies. I don't see a gator every damn day.
There's a trail back here.
Yeah, you going back there?
Probably about, I don't know, it's 5 or 6 foot alligator sitting right there on the bank, just chilling. Yeah.
Alright, chilling. Are you waiting for something?
Taking in that Florida sun. Hey guys, we're just taking a trail we've never been down before. Saw it as we were leaving the other area, so we decided we'd come back here and look at it and see what it's all about. So if we see something, we will definitely film it and let you guys look at it. So I'll show you where we're at here. So I found this trail.
Isn't that a sign for Swingers Campground?
Is that what it is?
Swingers Campground that way.
So there's a fancy tree, Jim, for you to climb. So we're gonna check this area out a little bit before we head home. Again, like I said, it's my birthday, so I want to get back and meet with friends of mine and hang out. So I can't spend all day like I want to, but at least we got out here for a few hours. You know, it's still almost a 2-hour drive to get back home. So all right, it's a really neat area. Check things out. And Jim's our neighborhood Spider-Man. That's pretty neat how these pines grew right up through the tree. That is pretty neat. You don't see that very often. That's pretty unique. You know what gets me, Jim? How much effort would it take you to bend that tree down?
Like, I wouldn't be able to.
And we find that all the time.
Yeah.
That size, all the time.
Like the arch you saw at Avon Park.
You can see how tall it is.
It's about the same size as
Yep.
Avon Park.
This is about the size of the trees that we see all the time that are bent over. And that's probably a good 30 feet tall, maybe. And there's no way I could budge this tree. No way. So that's why sometimes arches are a significant find. At least it warrants investigating. So that's pretty cool. All right, well. Pretty quiet. Not a lot going on. Pretty quiet. Saw a boot print, so could be from a hunter coming back here. Because even though this is a great place, this is one of the places we go to that do allow hunting. So we always have to be aware, even though hunting season is pretty much over, but they will hunt hogs year round. So We gotta always keep a lookout. Here. It'd be nice. Just one time this thing would walk out in front of me while I'm filming. I'm not asking for much. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's all I ask. There's been many Class A sightings, a lot of prints, a lot of vocals, so we know this is a very viable area. It's just a matter of catching the thing. That's it. Crazy. So I want to take this time to give a shout out to our subscribers. You guys are amazing. I get a lot of great conversations in email with a bunch of you guys, and you're so understanding and polite, and you ask great questions. Our subscribers are great. You guys are awesome, and it just motivates us to get out here and do this every weekend and try to give y'all what we can. Like I said, it's a shot in the dark. You know, you go out there and do the best you can. You can't find them from the house, so we get out there and see what we can find. And luckily today we have Dan and Jimmy and myself, so we're able to cover a lot of areas. God, it's beautiful out here. Weather's been fantastic. It was 79 degrees and I saw it in my car, so it's very nice. It's really nice. See Jimmy coming up behind me. I don't know if y'all can see him way back there. He's way back there. I don't know. But what I was saying was subscribers, you guys are awesome. Enjoy talking to you. If anybody ever wants to ask questions or tell us about an encounter, if you want to tell us, we won't post it, we won't say anything about it. It's just between you and us, unless you say you want us to do something, because we're not that type of channel where we sit and read people's emails. But you know, if you want us to discuss it on the channel, I mean, it's up to you. But feel free to reach us at bigfootforestgiants@gmail.com, and all the emails get read. Like I said, the rule is, though, you got to be polite and be respectful. Even if you're a skeptic, just ask questions and be polite about it, you know. And not everybody believes in this thing. Not everybody is on board, and that's fine. That's okay. My job is not to... Hey, Dan, let's start heading back. My job is not to... I see Jimmy heading back, so I want to head back that direction. But my job is not to convince anybody. That's not it at all. It's getting out here, trying to find evidence, try to find proof. And like I said, our ultimate goal is, if we can definitively prove that this thing exists to the general public or to science, whoever wants to listen, I don't care, then we can protect it. We can create areas that they're safe, and that's what we want. That's the ultimate in deal right there. So make sure they're around for a long time. So so we just get out here, do what we can. Today wasn't bad. I mean, our goal was to reinvestigate an area that we had some activity. We wanted to just get some clarification and during the day, because when we had the incident, and if you ever go back, the video we're discussing is the one that says we were surrounded. I think it's like a 10-minute video. But we had all these growls and stuff like that, and we had eye shine and different things. So we don't know what they were. We're not going to claim it's Sasquatch. We're not going to claim it's a Bigfoot. We're coming, Jim. And we're just presenting what we find. That's all we do, is present what we find. So today we knocked that out. That was our major goal. And then we found some interesting things. Might have been prints, not sure. It did rain. You can tell that they did get rained on, so that kind of ruins it a little bit, but we keep looking. So, and then I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not in the video, but as we were driving in, we heard this loud, just, it sounded like I ran over something in the road, but there was nothing in the road. Just this loud noise. So we had the windows down and we're talking and driving probably about 10 miles per hour in case we see or hear anything. And we heard that loud noise and stopped, looked, didn't see anything, but it was definitely odd. Don't know where it came from. And then on the way back out, Jimmy pointed out, which happened to be in the exact same area, was a perfectly healthy, full-grown pine tree was knocked over all by itself. There were dead trees, those white ones that are just dead. They're standing perfectly straight. But this healthy pine tree was knocked down, and it happened to be in the same area. Don't know what knocked it down. This is Florida. We do get bad weather, so. But so this will probably be it. We're probably going to get back to the vehicles and start heading home. It's a 2-hour drive home, so I want to thank you guys for coming along again, and we greatly appreciate you. And we'll be seeing you soon. And just want to say thank you again to the subscribers, and God bless each and every one of you.